Vin Diesel's life, marked by both personal triumphs and deep tragedies, continues to captivate his fans, giving them a glimpse into the heart of the man behind the action-packed roles. Diesel's complex background and family history have shaped his worldview, making him someone who embraces everyone around him with overwhelming love and affection. Yet, it was the sudden death of his dear friend and co-star from the Fast and Furious franchise, Paul Walker, that left an indelible scar on Diesel's soul, a tragedy that continues to affect him profoundly even years later. The death of Paul Walker in 2013 was not just the loss of a friend for Vin Diesel, it was the loss of a brother. As the world watched in shock, Diesel struggled in silence, reflecting on the bond that had been formed over years of working together on a series that became a global phenomenon. But beyond the red carpets, the fame, and the stunts, there was a deep connection between the two men, one that transcended the boundaries of mere co-stars. Vin Diesel, in his grief, became a pillar of support for Walker's daughter, Meadow, carrying out a promise to his late friend that was made long before the tragedy. So who exactly is Meadow Walker, and why did Paul Walker trust Vin Diesel with her care? The bond between Diesel and Walker was not just professional, but deeply personal. They had shared secrets, moments of vulnerability, and a brotherhood that was etched in both their hearts. Diesel, now 56, is finally opening up about the grief that continues to shape his life, acknowledging the impact Paul Walker had on him, not just as a colleague, but as a friend. The secrets they shared were not of the spotlight, but rather of the quiet moments that only true friends understand. Diesel's commitment to keeping Walker's memory alive, especially for Meadow's sake, shows the unwavering depth of their friendship. Paul Walker, best known for his role as Brian O'Connor in the Fast and the Furious series, was beloved by millions. But his true character shone through his philanthropic work and his dedication to making the world a better place. His tragic passing in a car accident on November 30th, 2013, sent shockwaves through the world. Walker, who was attending a charity event that day, was killed in a high-speed crash just a few miles from the event. His friend Roger Rodas, who was driving the car, lost control, and within moments, both men were lost. As the world grieved, Vin Diesel was shattered. Walker wasn't just a colleague, he was a brother, a confidant, and a friend who had shared in the highs and lows of life and career. In the midst of his own grief, Diesel stepped into the role of protector for Meadow, Walker's young daughter. Despite his broken heart, he recognized the need to be strong for her. But when he arrived in California after hearing the news of Paul's passing, it was Diesel who found himself broken, seeking comfort from Walker's family. "The moment I reunited with Cheryl, Paul's mother, I broke down," Diesel recalled, a painful memory that still lingers. "She hugged me and said, 'I am so sorry.' I replied, 'You're the mother who lost a son.' She said, 'Yes, but you lost your other half.'" That moment, raw, heart-wrenching, and full of love, exemplified the deep bond that Paul and Vin shared. It wasn't just a tragic death that affected Diesel. It was the loss of someone who had been his closest ally in the roller coaster of life and fame. Yet, life, as it often does, moved forward. Fast and Furious 7, the next installment in the beloved series, had already begun filming when Paul Walker tragically passed away. Diesel was faced with a dilemma. How could he continue to work on the movie while mourning the loss of his best friend? "I've been acting all my life," Diesel said, "but they don't teach you in acting how to mourn someone and simultaneously pretend they're in a scene with you." The emotional toll of balancing grief with the demands of the production was immense, yet Diesel and his co-stars pressed on. The producers, recognizing the importance of honoring Walker's memory, worked to reshape the script to provide a fitting send-off for Brian O'Connor, the character that had endeared Walker to millions. In a heartfelt tribute to his late friend, Diesel spoke about the importance of using Walker's brothers, Cody and Caleb, as stand-ins for the remaining scenes. Their presence on set provided some comfort to Diesel, knowing that the Walker family was standing by them, supporting them through this immense loss. "The family validated what we were doing," Diesel told Extra in 2015. "Just seeing them there, wanting to protect the legacy of someone they care so much about, was empowering. They were so generous, unrelenting in wanting to help us finish this legacy. It was the most important thing ever for us." The collaborative effort to honor Walker's legacy was a testament to the deep love and respect everyone had for him, and it was clear that the Fast and Furious franchise was more than just a movie to those involved. It was a family. Despite the tragedy, Diesel continues to keep Walker's memory alive in the public eye. His social media posts, often dedicated to his late friend, show the ongoing impact that Paul Walker had on his life. "Sometimes I post a picture on Facebook or talk about Pablo and people say, 'Just move on,'" Diesel shared, revealing the emotional struggle of constantly being asked to let go of the past. But for Diesel, moving on was never an option. Paul Walker was not just a chapter in his life, he was a cornerstone. Vin Diesel's journey, marked by heartache and triumph, is a reflection of the enduring bond between two men who shared more than just a love for fast cars and adrenaline-pumping action. Their friendship was one of loyalty, brotherhood, and unspoken understanding. And even in the wake of Walker's untimely passing, Diesel has remained steadfast in his commitment to honor his friend's memory, proving that some bonds cannot be broken, not by time, not by tragedy, and certainly not by the world's demands. As Diesel continues to navigate life without his best friend by his side, he remains a beacon of love and strength for Meadow Walker, keeping the promise he made to Paul all those years ago. His role as Meadow's godfather is a testament to the depth of their friendship and to the family-like connection that existed between the two men. Meadow, who has grown into a strong, independent woman, will always have Vin Diesel by her side, as both a protector and a reminder of the love her father had for her. In the end, the story of Vin Diesel and Paul Walker is not just about action-packed films or the fame they achieved. It's about the unbreakable bond of friendship that transcends the screen and endures even in the face of life's most profound losses. And while the Fast and Furious movies may have concluded their epic saga, the legacy of Paul Walker, his kindness, his generosity, and the love he shared with those around him will live on forever, carried in the hearts of those who knew him best, including Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel's connection to the Fast and Furious franchise is more than just cinematic. It's deeply personal, and it's the kind of bond that transforms a career into a legacy. Diesel once revealed during an interview with Jonathan Ross that the relationships formed over the years on set were so profound, so genuine, that they transcended the realm of movie making. The Fast and Furious family isn't just about co-stars. It's a brotherhood that endures beyond the silver screen. Diesel recalled the experience of going from an unknown actor to someone with a brother by his side in the form of the late Paul Walker. And when Walker tragically passed away, Diesel felt the loss as one would feel the absence of a sibling, a sentiment that still lingers heavily for him. The bond between Walker and Diesel was unbreakable. Despite the loss, Diesel has remained close to Walker's family, providing them with a sense of connection to the late actor. He even honored his fallen friend in the most personal way possible by naming his second daughter Pauline, a touching tribute to Walker. It's a gesture that underscores the strength of their relationship and the lasting impact Walker had on Diesel's life. The connection between their families continues to flourish. Diesel's family and the Walkers frequently gather, and a special bond between their daughters, including the two who have grown up together, is a beautiful reminder of how deep friendships can shape lives in ways that transcend time and tragedy. Amidst these deep emotions, Diesel also spoke about his goddaughter, Meadow Walker, Paul's daughter, who holds a significant place in his heart. Diesel revealed that Meadow takes great care of him, and the affection between them is mutual. On Father's Day, Meadow is always the first to wish him well. Diesel shared that seeing Meadow interact with his children, especially when they play together, moves him deeply. There are moments when he watches her with Pauline, and the thought of what Paul would have felt in that moment hits him profoundly. One of the most meaningful tributes Diesel gave to his late friend was walking Meadow down the aisle at her wedding. This simple yet incredibly moving act wasn't just a ceremonial gesture. It was a powerful demonstration of Diesel's love for Walker. In that moment, Diesel fulfilled a duty that Paul Walker would have had he still been alive. The emotional weight of this act resonated deeply with everyone who witnessed it, capturing the essence of what true friendship and loyalty look like. Vin Diesel has always maintained a sense of privacy regarding his personal life, something he attributes to his values and respect for his family. In an era where celebrities are often eager to publicize their every move, Diesel's approach is a throwback to a different time, one in which privacy was cherished. He expressed his preference for keeping his life out of the tabloids, drawing inspiration from the likes of legendary actors such as Harrison Ford, Marlon Brando, Robert De Niro, and Al Pacino, who kept their personal lives under wraps. Diesel's lifestyle reflects his belief in the importance of keeping the personal separate from the professional. It's also worth noting Diesel's distinctive voice, a deep, resonant tone that he attributes to his voice breaking at a young age. This unique vocal quality, combined with his commanding presence, has made him one of the most recognizable voices in Hollywood. This deep voice, which first manifested when he was only 15, became a defining feature of his acting career, adding depth to his roles, particularly in the Fast and Furious series, where his portrayal of Dominic Toretto relies heavily on gravitas and authority. Vin Diesel's love for creative expression doesn't stop at acting. Beyond the world of movies, Diesel has long been a fan of Dungeons & Dragons. His passion for the game is well known, and in 2004 he even wrote the foreword for 30 Years of Adventure, a celebration of Dungeons & Dragons. Diesel's connection to the game runs deep, and it's an interest he's maintained throughout his life. In fact, his love for the game reflects his deep appreciation for storytelling, fantasy, and the power of collaboration, traits that have also served him well in the film industry. Beyond his personal and professional endeavors, Diesel has a deep connection to the Dominican Republic. He speaks highly of the country's vibrant, multicultural identity and its unique place in the world. Diesel's ties to the island are not just cultural, they are also political. He has cultivated a relationship with former Dominican President Leonel Fernandez, even appearing in one of his campaign advertisements. Diesel's engagement with the Dominican Republic expanded further when he secured film production opportunities in the country, bringing both Los Bandoleros and Fast and Furious productions to the island in 2009. His efforts in the Dominican Republic reflect his ability to connect with diverse cultures and leverage his fame to foster global collaborations. As for Diesel's personal life, much of the public's curiosity has centered around his relationships, especially his romantic life. Though he briefly dated his Fast and Furious co-star Michelle Rodriguez, Diesel has been in a committed relationship since 2007 with Mexican model Paloma Jimenez. Together they share 3 children, 2 daughters born in April 2008 and March 2015, and a son born in 2010. Diesel's role as a father is something he holds dear, often sharing his love for his children and his gratitude for their presence in his life. His relationship with Jimenez, while kept mostly private, is a testament to Diesel's desire to protect his family from the public eye, providing them with the opportunity to live their lives without the scrutiny that often comes with fame. In September 2020, Diesel surprised his fans by announcing his venture into music. With the release of his song, Feel Like I Do, Diesel ventured into a new creative outlet, something he had always wanted to explore. The song, produced by Cow, marked a new chapter in Diesel's artistic expression. He debuted the track on The Kelly Clarkson Show, where he spoke about the personal nature of the song and the blessing of having a creative outlet in a year when, like so many others, his typical movie sets were unavailable. Vin Diesel's financial success has been equally impressive. With an estimated net worth of $225 million, much of Diesel's wealth stems from his monumental success in the film industry, particularly with the Fast and Furious franchise, which has become one of the highest-grossing film series in history. Diesel's career extends beyond acting. He has made significant contributions as a producer, further cementing his financial success. Additionally, his role as Groot in the Marvel Cinematic Universe has not only contributed to his popularity, but also added to his income. His voice work, business ventures, and endorsement deals have also played a significant role in building his fortune, making him one of Hollywood's wealthiest stars. Though one might have expected Meadow Walker to follow in her father's footsteps and pursue a career in acting, she has chosen a different path: modeling. Yet in many ways, she continues to honor her father's legacy through her work. Meadow's connection to her father runs deep, and while her modeling career has taken off, she remains steadfast in her commitment to preserving her father's memory through charitable endeavors. In 2017, Meadow signed with DNA Models, marking the beginning of her career in fashion. Since then, she has walked for renowned designers like Prabal Gurung and Alexander McQueen. She has also become the face of Joni Beauty, an honor that continues to solidify her place in the fashion world. In addition to her modeling career, Meadow Walker has also focused on philanthropy, mirroring the altruistic spirit of her late father. She launched the Paul Walker Foundation in 2015, an organization dedicated to supporting environmental conservation and empowering young people through spontaneous acts of goodwill. The foundation's mission aligns with Paul Walker's own passion for the oceans and the environment, a cause he championed during his life. Meadow's devotion to this cause speaks volumes about her character, and it reflects the deep bond she shared with her father. Meadow's legal battle following her father's tragic death in 2013 further highlighted her strength. After Paul's untimely passing in a car accident, Meadow filed a lawsuit against Porsche, the car manufacturer behind the vehicle Paul was in during the crash. The lawsuit accused Porsche of designing a car without the necessary safety features, which could have saved Paul's life. In 2017, Meadow reached a settlement with the company, receiving $10.1 million from the estate of Roger Rodas, the friend who was driving. These legal actions were not only about seeking justice, but also about ensuring that her father's legacy was protected and his memory honored. Meadow's journey since her father's passing has been both inspiring and poignant. Through her work as a model and philanthropist, she has continued to honor Paul's legacy. Her efforts, much like his, have a lasting impact on the world around her, ensuring that his spirit lives on in the causes he cared about most, especially the environment. The story of Meadow Walker's journey since her father, Paul Walker's tragic passing, is a testament to her resilience and the incredible legacy her father left behind. Meadow, who was only 15 when she lost Paul, has grown into a strong, independent woman who is determined to keep her father's memory alive, while also making her own mark on the world. A crucial part of that is her involvement with the Paul Walker Foundation, PWF, which aims to continue the philanthropic work her father was so passionate about. Meadow has dedicated herself to continuing the charitable efforts that were close to Paul's heart. In June 2022, she launched the PWF Do Good Scholarship, a program designed to support a deserving student committed to addressing the urgent needs of their community or the environment. This initiative, born out of Meadow's deep sense of responsibility and her desire to share her father's commitment to giving back, is just one example of how she has embraced the values her father instilled in her. Meadows' drive to honor her father's legacy through meaningful action speaks volumes about her character. But Meadows' life hasn't just been about honoring her father's memory. She's also embarked on her own personal journey. In October 2021, Meadow married her angel, Louis Thornton Allen, in a private beach ceremony in the Dominican Republic. It was a deeply intimate and beautiful occasion, with Meadows' father's close friend and co-star from Fast and Furious, Vin Diesel, walking her down the aisle. Diesel, who had always been like a second father to Meadow, played a central role in this significant moment, further solidifying the bond between the two families. Diesel's own daughter, Hanaya Riley Sinclair, served as Meadows' maid of honor, making it a true family affair. Each year, Meadow pays a heartfelt tribute to her father on social media, honoring both his birthday and the anniversary of his passing. In 2021, she shared a poignant childhood photo of herself as a baby, being lovingly kissed by Paul. Her message was simple but filled with emotion. "I love and miss you endlessly today and every day. I celebrate your life, your love, and you, my best friend." These annual tributes have become a way for Meadow to express her love for her father, while also reminding the world of the lasting impact Paul Walker had on those who knew him. In September 2023, Meadow marked what would have been her father's 50th birthday with an emotional Instagram tribute. She shared a vintage photo of herself and Paul, accompanied by a message that showcased her deep love and appreciation for her father. "Happy birthday to my guardian angel. Thank you for your love, guidance, friendship, sunshine, and for raising me to see all of the beauty in the world. I love you and miss you every day." The heartfelt tribute underscored the undeniable bond they shared, a bond that continues to live on through Meadows' words, actions, and memory. 2023 also marked a significant milestone for Meadow in her journey as an actor. She made her appearance in the highly anticipated Fast and Furious franchise's latest installment, Fast X, which premiered on May 19, 2023. This was a full-circle moment for Meadow, who had grown up on the sets of the Fast and Furious films, watching her father and his co-stars. As she reflected on the experience, Meadow shared on Instagram, "The first Fast and Furious was released when I was only 1 year old. I grew up on set watching my father, Vin, Jordana, Michelle, Chris, and more on the monitors. Thanks to my dad, I was born into a fast-paced family. I can't believe now I get to be up there too with those who have been around to see me grow up." It was a moving acknowledgement of how deeply intertwined her life had been with the franchise, and how much it meant to her to now be part of it in her own way. Meadow Walker's involvement in Fast X represents not just a pivotal moment in her personal journey, but also a profound and emotional continuation of her father, Paul Walker's, legacy within the Fast and Furious franchise. As she took her first steps onto the set of the movie, it was clear that her role was far more than just a cameo or a tribute. It was a reflection of the deep emotional bond she shared with her father, and a tribute to the world he had helped create. For Meadow, this was an opportunity to honor her father's memory in the most meaningful way possible, ensuring his legacy would continue to resonate within the world he helped build. In a heartfelt tribute to Fast X director Louis Leterrier and film producer Brandon Burrell, Meadow expressed her deep appreciation for their support, kindness, and understanding during her time on set. "I am so blessed to be able to honor my father's legacy and share this with him forever," she wrote, emphasizing her belief that her participation in the film was a way to keep her father's spirit alive. For Meadow, Fast X was far more than just a film. It was the completion of a journey that had begun long before she was even born. The franchise that her father had loved so dearly had now come full circle, and Meadow was taking part in something that carried the weight of his legacy and the impact of his life. When Fast X premiered, it wasn't just an emotional milestone for Meadow, but for the entire Fast and Furious family. Her involvement in the film profoundly impacted the cast, many of whom had worked alongside Paul for years. Vin Diesel, who shared a lifelong friendship with Paul, was visibly moved by Meadow's decision to honor her father. Speaking about the experience, Diesel said, "It did something to my soul to see her want to honor her father and contribute in her own way to his life's work." For Diesel, this wasn't just another installment in a popular film franchise. It was an emotional reminder of the strong bond he had with Paul and how that bond had transcended the screen. To see Meadow stepping up to be part of that legacy was deeply moving, a beautiful moment that reminded everyone of Paul's lasting impact. Michelle Rodriguez, who had worked with both Paul and Meadow, echoed Diesel's sentiments. "It's everything to us because Paul's memory is never going to die within the franchise. So as long as we're doing it, we have to maintain that, keeping his energy alive." These words underscored a shared understanding among the cast and crew that Paul was irreplaceable. The franchise would continue, but Paul's energy and spirit would remain at its core, ensuring that his legacy lived on with every new chapter. The film, in many ways, became a testament to how deeply Paul had affected everyone around him, and how his memory would continue to shape the franchise for years to come. Jordana Brewster, who had also worked alongside Meadow, shared how inspiring it was to witness her dedication. "It was really inspiring to watch Meadow work her butt off during her time with the Fast X cast," Brewster said, reflecting on the young woman's determination and passion to honor her father. Meadow's involvement wasn't just a gesture. It was a deep and meaningful tribute to Paul's legacy. Her hard work and dedication proved that the spirit of the Fast and Furious franchise and the love that Paul had for his work would live on through her. As Meadow stood alongside the team that had worked with her father, it became clear that this was a labor of love for all involved. Meadow's participation in Fast X was far more than just a cameo or a symbolic gesture. It was a testament to the bond she shared with her father and a way to keep his memory alive for future generations. By contributing to her father's life's work, Meadow ensured that Paul's presence would continue to resonate not just with his fans, but with everyone involved in the franchise. Through her role in the film, she preserved his legacy, reminding the world that Paul Walker wasn't just a beloved actor. He was a loving father, a passionate philanthropist, and a deeply compassionate human being. For Meadow, this journey was also a way to heal, a way to honor not just her father's memory, but her own place within his world. The Fast and Furious set had been a second home to her growing up, and now she was able to stand alongside the people who had shaped her father's career. In participating in the film, Meadow was not only honoring Paul's legacy, but continuing the family tradition he had helped build. This was more than just a film. It was the completion of a journey that began with the very first Fast and the Furious movie, which was released when Meadow was just a baby. The cast and crew, moved by Meadow's unwavering dedication, knew that Paul's legacy would forever be intertwined with the franchise. Meadow's strength and grace had a profound effect on everyone involved, as they saw in her the same passion and commitment that had made Paul such a beloved figure. As Vin Diesel so poignantly stated, Fast X was more than a movie. It was an opportunity to keep Paul's spirit alive, to ensure that his memory would continue to inspire both the fans and the people who had worked with him throughout his career. Meadow's involvement in Fast X wasn't just about the film itself. It was about honoring her father's life and ensuring that his contributions to the world would never be forgotten. Through her role, Meadow has become a beacon of hope for all who knew Paul and admired him, a living testament to the love and legacy he left behind. As the Fast and Furious franchise continues, it is clear that Meadow's role in carrying forward Paul's legacy will forever be etched into the fabric of the series. In each passing year, Meadow's strength and her commitment to her father's memory will continue to inspire not only the fans of Fast and Furious, but also anyone who has ever been touched by Paul's kindness, generosity, and compassion. For Meadow, keeping her father's legacy alive isn't just about the movies, it's about honoring him as the incredible person he was. Through Fast X and beyond, Meadow will continue to remind us that family, love, and legacy are the true drivers of the Fast and Furious saga,